Okay, so in this particular podcast, we're going to look at ethics and the BBC. As part of your look into ethics and ethical behaviour for your media qualification, it's important to discuss what ethics actually are. Right, ethics have been with us since humankind first started to ponder why we are and act the way we do, and thinking about what actions we take and whether they're right or wrong. So right, let's try and think up and set up the discussion with a definition from a man called Thompson. He says ethics are the study of right and wrong, of the moral choices people make and the way in which they seek to justify them. So just to recap that, he's saying that ethics is a way of looking at humankind and whether what they do are considered right or wrong and how we argue about what actions we take. Let's try applying ethics to a real-life situation. Nearly everyone in Britain has watched or knows what Blue Peter is. It's one of the flagship or leading programmes at the BBC. The programme is targeted at children, probably a little bit younger than you guys. Blue Peter is on the BBC, and statistics show that the BBC is used by over 90% of the population at least once a week. That's massive. That means that we nearly all use, watch, listen or interact with them. So you'd expect that Blue Peter would be a fairly ethically aware programme, no? It's for kids, it's a tea time show, nothing controversial, no bad language, right? Well, you'd be wrong. In the last year, Blue Peter's been fined 50 grand for making up a contestant live on air in a competition. So let's apply some ethical theory to this case. Firstly, we need to look at the regulator. Ofcom is a super regulator who oversees what we watch and listen to. They weren't happy about lying to children on an important programme like Blue Peter, and they said, the deception demonstrates a casual lack of regard for the welfare of that or those children. Basically, they slated them. The BBC tried to blame a researcher as responsible. They said it was a misjudgment by a junior researcher in a highly pressurised live broadcast. So let's think about this case ethically, i.e. what is right or wrong and justifying your actions. Who is ethically right? These are a series of standpoints for you to now discuss with your lecturer. Firstly, viewers' choice in competitions. Does it matter that they make them up? Secondly, why should Blue Peter be truthful? Thirdly, was the researcher stitched up? Was it not ethical for her bosses to take the blame? And lastly, who do you think was right or wrong? Who do you believe in their justifications?